Hello, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Wish you all a happy Monday and safe week ahead. Now, in the wake of COVID-19, most of the organizations across the world have asked the employees to work from home, which is great. But wherever the culture of working from home has not built up, both the employees and the managers are facing challenges in terms of collaborating with resources. Now, let's see what are challenges we face normally while working remotely, especially from the home location. There are two sides of coin. One is from the employee's perspective, the second one is from the manager's or leader's perspective. So let's take the first one, employee's perspective. This is irrespective of the role of the person, whether this person is the part of the top leadership of the organization or at the lowest level in the organization pyramid. First problem people usually reports is I get distracted while working from home because there are some disturbances. Example, noise from outside of the home, noise from inside of the home, somebody is cooking, the noise from the children, whatsoever it might be, right? Now the solution is I need to find a quiet place to work from, as much as possible noise free. Tell the other family members that I am working, even though I am at home I am working, so they don't make unnecessary noise. Close the door of your room where you are working, so you again reduce the quantum of sound. Second problem that we often hear or often face, I get dragged into other household work as people around me feel that since I am at home, I am available. Now here also the solution is the mindset. The mindset needs to change. So far, my family members, people around me, have not seen me working from home. They have found me at home only when I am on vacation or during the weekends or holidays. But now I need to tell them that, look, even though I am at home, I am working and this is my office for now. And I need to respect the decision of my organization, which is in benefit to all of us, our health, and also earn my salary. So at the end of the day, I need to work, I need to complete my work. So that again, that distraction, calling you or calling us out for other household chores and all these things we can avoid. Next is for ourselves, not external part. Build a habit of the task the same way we do when we are working from office. For example, have lunch. In office, we usually have lunch at more or less at a fixed time. Now in your organization, if there is a stipulated lunch time from X time to Y time, even though I am working from home, I need to finish my lunch during that time, during the lunch break. Secondly, follow the same office discipline about start of the work time and the end of the work time as we do in office. So while working from office, if my day starts at 8 o'clock, 7 o'clock, 9 o'clock, whatsoever it might be, and ends at 4, 5, 6, 7, whatever time, when working from home, I need to work during the same period of time. So again, that is a self-discipline kind of thing. It doesn't mean that I am working from home today, so I will get up pretty late in the morning and start work in the late morning or sometime like this, and drag it whatever my convenient time is. No, that's not right. Number 4, again very important, to build the culture and build the mindset. Get dressed up or groomed, shave and all these things the same way you do while going to the office also. It means we should wear our regular office wears. It could be business casual, it could be whatever based on your company or organization culture or culture of the geography. So get dressed up accordingly and sit in a proper place, quiet place, so that you get an environment, get a feeling from inside that I am working. So all these things are from the individual perspective. As an employee, whichever level I might be in. Normally people at senior level, they usually get habituated with some kind of work from home, either once in a week or late evening, early morning calls and all these things. But at junior level, many of times these points, whatever we have discussed, plays a very key important role. Now, the second side of the coin is challenges faced by the manager or supervisors. What happens if the work from home culture is not there in my organization or in my team? Then so far I am habituated seeing my team members in front of my eyes. So I know when who is coming, when who is going when, and all these things. Right? Who is taking how much break? I mean, if you are kind of a micro manager kind of a person. So when the same people and the same manager, they are working from home, many of time trust issue happens. Feeling uncomfortableness from the manager side happens. Manager feels, I don't know what my people are doing, whether they are working or not. God knows. So, solution is, talk to your people regularly and tell them that the first section which we have talked, the attitude and creating the environment and all these things at their home, so that they are equipped. I mean, mental framework wise, they are set to work from home. They will not feel much difference other than the commuting time and commuting stress and all these things, right? So that is number one. Second, as manager, please identify the resources who needs micromanagement even at office. For them, as manager, you still need to do the micromanagement. Obviously, they require micromanagement in office, so at home definitely they will require, right? So chat with them frequently, talk to them frequently for a minute or so, whatever silly or petty issue it might be. So this way, your people will understand that they are being monitored indirectly. They are not physically in front of the manager or lead's eyes, but still they are constantly being watched, which means even if they want, they will not leave their laptop at home and go here and there for half an hour, 45 minutes, come back. But remember one thing, don't even think of using this micromanagement to people who do not need this micromanagement. If you try to do that, in that case there will be major trust issue will happen, and those people will feel very uncomfortable, very jittery. So people who doesn't require this micromanagement, never try this with them. Then next point, set up calls regularly, both one-on-one and with the team. I will come in the team call and these kind of calls little in details, but to give you a broader idea, what we need to do is we need to tell my people that, look, when we used to all of us, we used to work from office, we could communicate much easily, much frequently. Whenever something comes into either my mind as your supervisor, I could have walked to your desk and speak, or similarly, whenever anything comes to your mind, you could have walked to my place and discussed about it. Now, since we are working virtually, that privilege we don't have, so it's very important that we have a regular connect over call, right? Now, what will happen? One-on-one call is for obviously discussing with one-on-one issue, and a team call is to address the whole team. Next part is make yourself available and announce that to your team that you are available for any discussion other than the scheduled call time also. So people will not feel that, okay, fine, something had come to my mind, but it's not my call time. What should I do? Should I wait for my call time next day? No, not required. If something is really critical, urgent, ask them to ping me, message you, or call you and discuss. Right? As we used to do in our regular office environment. Right? So, that way we can make life little easy and little smooth. People will not feel much difference. Next part. How to improve the participation and collaboration during virtual meeting. Now this is the toughest part, trust me. Now here what happens is, as we are unable to see each other, it's difficult to bring the same level of participation and collaboration. First thing first, identify the people in the team who communicate with each other regularly. For larger team, as per Harvard Business Review, we should focus on flexible, fluid team structure of multiple tiers. So what will be the tiers? One will be a core tier, which will be responsible for strategy and important decisions, decision making team or decision making tier, where usually the senior people will be there comparatively, right? Second, there will be an operational level, includes day-to-day ongoing work. So that way you reduce the team size, you reduce the number of people who needs to be part of any call or any discussion, which means during the call, during the discussion, you have a more focused group kind of thing rather than having a big large number of people, right? And that way the collaboration will definitely improve. Next part, wherever possible, enable video and use it during the meeting. If the technology, environment, social structure, everything allows that, right? Bandwidth, all these things. Advantage is, if we can do that, we can see each other, and that gives a feeling that as if we are working under the same ceiling. Second, if that is not possible, make the meeting in a more collaborative call rather than a one-way speaking. For that, share the agenda in advance and make the agenda in such a way that everyone will have their own share to speak, own share to share some information, right? So it will not be boring for others. I mean, if it is a one-way speaking, if I am only continuously speaking and speaking, after some time, other person, since they cannot see me, they can't see me in the face or even on the screen also, becomes boring, right? There is a possibility that they might get indulged into multitasking. They might get start some other work on their laptop or computer or something like that. And trust me, we are very bad in multitasking. Actually, if we do multitasking, we can't focus on the other one, though we think that we are focusing. Anyway, now if the meeting has to be purely one-way meeting, you need to convey some communication. In that case, it's very difficult to gain the attention, trust me, until and unless you are communicating some message which is very, very important for people, not for you as a communicator. For people to whom you are communicating, it's very critical for them and they are interested to know. In that case, obviously everybody will be focused, everybody will be interested, everybody will be listening. But if it is not that way, in that case, gaining attention is not that easy. So for that, the only way to perhaps gain attention is sometimes ask some pointed question by taking name, if it is approved or allowed in the culture of the organization as well as in the geography where you are from, right? Say for example, okay, let me ask X to Y, X question to Y person or A person. What do you think about this? So what will happen if you do that? Then if it is allowed, if you do that, in that case automatically everybody will be attentive. Alright, so that's all for now, folks. Hope this will improve your team collaboration during this difficult time. If you have any question or need any clarification, please feel free to message me through my blog. I shall come back to you earliest. The link of my blog is given in the description section of the video in YouTube and the body of the video in my post in the LinkedIn. So thank you again. Thanks for watching. I hope this will help you some way. Thank you. Thanks for your time.